Folks, welcome back to AAA Farms. James here. It's that beautiful blue sky in the background. We just taking care of animals again today. Nothing real special. Gonna throw some hay out. Gonna let chickens out. We got some eggshells for the chickens to eat. So nothing too crazy, but just more of a. We're still here. It's just been wet and raining and storming and nasty weather outside, so we haven't been able to do much. So let's let these chickens out. Sylvester, one of our farm cats here on the farm. Anyway, let's let the chickens out. Let them run around for a bit. Oh, let's throw these eggshells out, pour them real quick. Oh, that wind's picking up quite a bit. So we went through and fixed a bunch of eggs for the dogs, and the kids been eating a lot of eggs this week, and we've been eating a lot of eggs, and we ate some eggs and bacon this morning. So throwing all that out to the chickens. They'll eat their shells and they'll get all that calcium from that. Plus this little area here, starting from about right there all the way to about right there is our garden, from about where I'm standing to right there, that edge right there. So we throw a lot of our kitchen scraps and all that kind of stuff out to the chickens, and we'll throw it out in this area. You can see that pile right there is actually wood ash from our fireplace, and then we got you can kind of see that stuff there. That's actually some wood pellets from a pellet grill that I used to have that got ruined from the rain, so I throw all that out here too. Anyway, let's go check on cows. We'll put some hay out for them today. It is the 16th of February today, so it's kind of chilly outside. I think the high today is like 50. Yesterday was upper 70s. I think it's like 76, 78, something of that nature. So went from being pretty nice, pretty weather outside, shorts and t-shirt, it's cold. It's cold again. So we're gonna get in the tractor and grab some hay bales, and we'll go feed them. You can see them right there. There you go, right there. They're waiting on us. I think I'm about to get out all this wind. Still gotta empty all this hay string out of here too. That little light right there that just went off is our light for our glow plugs. They only come on when it's a certain temperature outside. Oh, turn the AC off. opposite of that. To get the hydraulics to the front up here, this actually ends down there. But the zip ties, there's zip ties that hold it on right here. So these different little brackets that broke, allowing all that to drop down and get hung on the front tire. Thankfully I caught it quick enough. Hopefully we didn't tear nothing up. Yeah. So this actually goes to the back of the tractor. This is the end that goes to the front of the tractor. So I have to get all that buttoned back up. All right, so I decided to go a different route because I went ahead and just pulled it all off. The only time I ever use this is actually for my auger. I got a front loader auger. And the only time I use that is when I'm putting posts in the ground, whether it's fence post, wooden fence post, or if we're building something such as a chicken coop. It goes up here and we got to run those hydraulics all the way back to the back. However, other than that specific scenario, those things are just dangling all the time, and getting junk and gunk, and you can see all the crud. And so I'm gonna roll these up and we'll put them in the cattle trailer for right now, just to get them out of the weather. But that way, when we need it, we can run it. It's not hard to run it back to where we need it to go. Eventually, I would like to get a actual hard pipe front loader system in here. That's what those tabs are actually for. There's some steel pipe that you can run, and it works great. It adds a third function valve on your joystick and all sorts of other stuff. So, but this is the way they did it, just to make it quicker and cheaper. And it works. It does exactly what I need to do. However, just leaving it on there, it gets in the way a lot. So we're going to take it off. That way we don't have to worry about it no more. And we'll put it somewhere, such as in the cattle trailer right there. Get it out of the way, keep it protected, and we still have it when we need it. So let me roll this up, and I'm going to throw it up in the cattle trailer, and then we'll go put hay out. All right, I got that put up, but just kind of show y'all what this thing was rubbing on the hood just all the time. And y'all could see how it's kind of scuffed that up a good bit. Be a lot more concerning if I had plans on ever selling this tractor in the future, but it's gonna die on the farm, so let's get back at it. Now I don't have to worry about it breaking off like it did. Find a spot to put this hay. We got what, 3, 6, 12, 18 hay bales left. So plus the 2 I got, so that's 20. So we got about 10 weeks of hay left, which it's mid-February. So we got 2 weeks left of February, so that's 4 hay bales. And then we got what, 6 more weeks. So put us in April. So hopefully we got enough hay to make us through. We should have enough to make it to April, so that should be fine. I can see how wet and nasty it is out here. We'll pick back up here in a minute. Alright. So we got the herd right here. I can tell we got some green coming up. That's mainly because it's been warm lately. Fields are looking pretty good. Now we got another cold front coming through. everybody here. Got our new little baby calf right there. And the rest of our calves. So. But it's starting to warm up. I'm going to start looking at fencing in this field with electric wire like we did before. Have to try to get some more wire and some more, not T-posts, but fence posts, little step-in fence posts. Look how good this field's looking with all the grass coming in. Got plenty of manure patties everywhere. We're going to the back of the pasture with these two hay bales because that's where we're at now. I've been moving them as we were before. It's just been a little while since I made one of these videos because it's gotten kind of repetitive, but we haven't put a video out in a while, so I wanted to get you guys updated on what we got going on here. Pick up with y'all in a minute. Okay, made it to the back of the 20-acre pasture. Y'all can see that we put some hay out there and there. A couple of spots throughout there. You can see we got a pretty good manure balance across the field. It's not all just piled up in one spot. This part of the field gets a little rough. But we're going to put another hay bale out over here and move that hay ring. The other hay ring is over there. Yeah, right there. So we'll move that hay ring, we'll put some hay out and move it over there somewhere. So coming in this way, looks like we got a group of weeds right there that we're probably gonna put this hay bale in. See, this is one spot where we'll put one into. Got it right there. I'm gonna get out and get the string taken off of this, and I'll go from there. All right. Get all that string taken off. Have to play with the cow for a minute. Get our petting and playing done with her. Such a good cow. Okay, let's see if we can get out of here without running over a calf. Okay. They were munching on the hay bale in the back of the tractor while we were taking the twine off. like that spot. Kind of also like that spot too. I think we're gonna go there though. So all these spots, for instance, this one right here, you can see a little bit of remnants of the bushes right there. Let's see, there. And so we, they all start off looking like that, or maybe even worse, like denser. But putting the hay bales there so that when they stomp in the ground like that, they're doing one of two things. This is mainly because it's wet while they're eating. But they poop in this area. Their seeds also come with this hay. Bahia seeds will live through quite a bit of stuff. And so as they're eating, they'll pull that hay out, and y'all can tell around the base here where they pull some of that hay out. And they'll be eating, all the seeds fall in. They stomp down, so they're crushing all the weeds and everything. But also at the same time, they're stirring in their manure along with the hay with this clay, because most of my ground's clay. They're mixing all that together along with this Bahia seed. So probably late spring we'll come out here and we'll see a bunch of green Bahia patches all over the field, and that's basically from this. So it's kind of what I'm doing to do, because the Bahia seed will even live through their digestive tract. So when they're passing manure, they're actually basically planting some Bahia seed too. And so that's part of the reason of spreading it around, because you can look back this way at all those manure patties out there. It's kind of balancing out where all this stuff is. There really ain't that many on this side, but there's some over there. But basically it spreads the hay around the pasture as well, and keeps that manure spread around, so we don't just concentrate all of our good stuff in one spot. Definitely tell we got plenty manure paddy spread out quite a bit. I got a tire drag that I've started making a while back. My parents have several more tires I need to get from them, and I may do that this week. But basically I'm going to make one big drag out of truck tires, used tires, and all that stuff. You know, the idea behind it was so that when I disc pastures and planted them, I could drag that and hopefully make it somewhat smooth. But I could also drag it around this pasture and help break up some of those manure patties and spread them out even more than what they are. They got chain harrows or drag harrows that you can do too. You can buy those, and they do probably a way better job of breaking this stuff up. I just can't afford them right now anyway. But a couple of different channels have different versions of those, and they're pretty cool. I would like to eventually get one. It just ain't happening anytime soon. So I'm gonna get the string off of this, and then we'll go back over there and check on the cows and see how they're doing. Okay, got all the string off. Check on the little moo-moos. That kind of gives you a better look at what my soil looks like before they mix it all up. Got a lot of red clay. The hill area, Louisiana, that I'm in, we have a lot of clay. clay. And then it doesn't help that this was once upon a time all pine plantation. So they came through and they cut all the pine trees out, and I imagine there was some topsoil loss there because it's all hills. But you can tell it goes from that red color to more of a gray brownish color where they had mixed all that manure in and with their hay, and you can see we're getting some there it is right there, some more black soil, which is that topsoil you really want. But it's just going to take them many years to have them replenish the soil. But it's the benefit of cows, so they'll do it. Cows, and sooner or later we'll get some pigs and we'll get some more chickens. Here's our little new calf, a little heifer calf, the newest born. So let's pop out real quick. Let's see. Okay, well, that worked out. Currently in a regen anyway. That light right there. Got to bump our RPM up a bit. See how it flashes? That means the RPM's too low. Okay. So you saw that light on the right went away. And we're not flashing anymore, so it's still what it needs to do. This tractor has regen instead of jet fluid. It's just a benefit to each, but I'd rather the regen. That's just one less thing I got to keep on the farm. All right, how are we going? Everybody's lost quite a bit of weight, but that's part of being in winter. But this is, I think this is our other heifer calf, ain't it? I have to remember. Yeah. That's one heifer. That's the new heifer that's born. This is one of the bulls that I'm gonna have to bring to the vet in the spring because he's gotten too big for me to be able to handle, and basically rubber band him or castrate him. Cow's doing okay. That's Elsa, this big white cow. That little white heifer, the baby's hers. That's her baby. I actually told you I was wrong. This is Elsa right here. That's my playful cow. I don't know how I got her confused. Anyway, this is Lola, our oldest cow. We are looking for 2 more calves. There's one. One of our little steers. That's the one I was able to... Nope, that's one of the bulls we gotta bring in. There's our other steer. Alright. Our bull's looking pretty good. They are very skittish. Y'all can go back eating. I'm not gonna bother y'all. That's the 50 acres in the back that we gonna have to come up with a game plan to clear all this stuff. Thinking about just whittling away with it on a chainsaw and get the old tractor back running, and just kind of take it day by day and clear what I can. Also, eventually, I need to, next thing I'm probably going to do, I might do that this coming weekend, is we need to finish cutting the path going around. If y'all remember, last time we did that, we got in kind of a bind. So I'm going to come through with the wind's blowing. Come through with the chainsaw and four-wheeler and cut me a path through there. So another idea I had is just fence all that in and let the cows off in there, and they'll push trails through there, and they'll find things to graze in there. That way they can start clearing it somewhat too while I'm starting on it. to be honest with most of that, I'm probably just going to cut it with the chainsaw and let it fall where it is and let it just rot and decay and improve the soil, and we'll just brush hog over it. But I want to really walk over here and look at this field. So I think this field's ready to be disked. I've been brush hogging it over a couple years, and you can tell there's not as much sticky brush in there. So I'm thinking when it dries up this spring, early spring hopefully, I'm going to disc all this, drag it, because there's some big holes in there, especially right in this area in front of us. But disc it, drag it really well, and then turn around and plant grass in it so it can start growing. We'll maintain it. This is about an 8-acre field, so it's gonna be a couple $100 worth of seed, but it's got to get done, and we can have that start growing so that when we do fence this in, and we'll have a good 8-acre Bahia grass field for the cows. And on the other hand, this other field that I was hoping to do. This is the other field I was hoping to disc, but it's still got a lot of sticks in there. So I'm thinking, I think if we brush hog it one more time, we'll be fine. It just has to be dry enough for us to brush hog it. We may focus on this for springtime, and then turn around and focus on this one for fall time. So we can also plant Bahia basically early fall, or ryegrass. We can go ahead and plant ryegrass and let that start growing. It'd be much cheaper, established a lot better, and then it actually grows most of the winter here, just because our winters don't get too severe normally. But this field's definitely, I think, about time to start disking it up and everything. So still going to be a bit. It's got to dry out some, because if we don't let it dry out, it's just going to be nasty and get all muddy and cake up and be a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's going to be it on this video. I got a couple other videos in progress, especially with the Harley. But I was working on the Harley. I lost the accelerator pump shaft to it, and so I ordered one 2 weeks ago, still waiting to receive it. So not too far from just ordering one off of eBay. I ordered one, I'm not going to say the website's name because I don't believe in bashing them and all that, but ordered off a motorcycle website, and that was Friday, this past Friday, so 2 days ago. It was 2 weeks, and they're saying they shipped it, and they used the post office, the USPS, and they're saying they still ain't received it. So that company is following up with the post office to figure out what's going on. But this it's a cheap part. It's like a $4 part. I just bought it from them because they have other parts that I was wanting to get and one of them I bought, but just have to play it by ear. But I got 2 videos working on the motorcycle that are both waiting on that. So hopefully we get that part in soon, and we can start working on it. And then once this starts drying out, or I don't know, we'll see next weekend. It really ain't gonna be that dry for me to come back here and start cutting on this with the chainsaw. So we might start doing that next weekend, but we'll see. That's gonna be it on this one, y'all. Cows are doing good. Fields are looking pretty good. We're getting a pretty well balanced manure load. Pretty happy how all this is turning out. So y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for joining me on the farm. I'll talk to y'all next time.